Oh, g'day viewers. Well, I made myself a 15 volt adapter. I decided to recycle the power lead off this power supply. I thought, well, this is buggered anyway, I might as well pinch it for parts for recycling. So I made myself a 15 volt adapter with these 8650s. I intentionally used my shittiest, weakest cells for this, just for test purposes. And I was like, they're just shorting out. I checked, what the hell, the bloody thing just shorts out. It's a short. And I did some checks on this cord. Turns out there's a short in this bloody cord. So, well, yeah, there is a short inside this lead somewhere. Chinese crap. Because I thought the power supply was stuffed. That's why I decided to reuse this lead off it for something like this. But when I chucked these cells and there was just a dead short, I was like, oh, what the hell is going on here? So I quickly just knocked the tap to get the batteries out. A bit of a helpful advice, make up a ribbon that goes behind here, then put the cells in, that way you can just pull the ribbon. I just chucked the cells in there without any ribbon for protection, or just for test purposes I mean. So just tapped it on the carpet, something soft, to knock the batteries out, because you can't just get your fingers in there in a hurry to pull the cells out, you just tap, 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 get them out quickly, and that works as the best way to get the cells out in an emergency. I sort of weakened the spring here. These two here got a little bit weakened now. But no harm done. This got a bit of a nice charge, about 200 millivolts. Now there's 200 millivolts more in than there was before. It was 3.7 volts, now it's 3.9 volts. There was only a couple of seconds, like 10 seconds max it was in there for. So, oh shit, it's gonna do it. Yeah, these are my damaged cells anyway. I'm not going to use my good cells or things like this for testing. So I thought, well, if that's got a short in it, this might be okay, because this, while this wasn't working, this is actually basically starting shorted. That's why it's going tick, 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 tick on these little transistors here. It's basically starting under short circuit conditions. So I'm going to probe these little bit of points there, plug it in and probe it. I bet it's going to be fine. I bet it'll fire up there. If that cord's got a short in it, I don't see why that power supply won't be firing up when I plug it in with that short lead removed. Now I did some repairs on this. Check capacitors, I replaced the opto coupler. That might not be necessary now, so although it was a cheap opto coupler anyway, I replaced it with a name brand opto coupler on here, so set that on there and I'll just plug this in. I've also installed my voltmeter too. Lots of insulation and plenty of heat shrink, nice and safe. And I've hot glued both the meters in. All done. Only took me about 20 minutes to do that. Anyway, let's get my lead hooked up with this bloody power supply. I bet it's going to fire up now. I like these Powerbricks, even when you can pull them apart and fix them yourself. They're dime a dozen anyway, but I don't come across them every day though. I know there's some better brands than others, so just fix them up anyway. They're handy to have. And I like to keep keep things going, so I'm going to plug this in carefully, but before I do that I'm going to unplug your safety first. Don't plug it in and handle it. That's a bit stupid. Alright, let's test this power supply. I forgot to press record in my last bit there. We'll plug it in. Be careful here. Plug that in and I'll just set this camera up in front of the multimeter. Alright, set that there. Let's see what we get. I wonder if it actually, this is actually going to be fine. I have a feeling it is, if that cord's definitely shorted. I don't see why this wouldn't be having any problems. It's dead cold. Bit of a croaky, itchy throat there. Yep, 12.38 volts. This thing is A-OK. Well, there you go. I knew there was a reason I kept this power supply. It's not economical because it's a cost next to nothing, but to save the planet, why not? It's economical in that respect. These are handy, these little power supplies. I always use them. I've always got a use for these. I picked up another 5 amp one for about $1 at the local recycling centre. It's made better than this one. It's a 5 amp. This is rated the same as this one. So this thing's fine. It explains why it wasn't working, because it was this is shorted. There's a short in here somewhere. Who'd have thought there'd be a short in this lead? It'd be in this part of it, because this is where most of the stress is. If I cut this off and test it from this end again, I bet the short would be gone. It explains why this is acting like it was stuffed, because it was starting under a short circuit. That's why this is going tick, tick, tick. It's a short. It wouldn't allow the power supply to start. Just shutting itself down. Go tick, tick, shutting down over current protection. This is fine all along. I tested all these, confirmed these are all okay. Changed the update coupler as I said, because the original update coupler was just a generic heap of shit anyway. Not that there was anything wrong with it, but I put a good one from a TV on there. So a good one, yeah. So there can't be much of this thing to go wrong, surely. And sure enough, the lead was shorted. I touched up a lot of the solder on here too, because a lot of it was average. So I'm going to cut this lead off to find where the short is. Who would have thought the lead would be shorted? I'll be buggered. There we go, this power supply is good. I'm going to keep this. As I said, put that in here. Set that in there like that. Always handy, those little power bricks. I've cut the end of it off. Maybe the short was in here somewhere. This little bit here where it goes to the circuit board. As you can see here, it's damaged. Like that was like that when I pulled the power supply apart for the first time. That was kind of damage to the insulation. Or should I say, unbricked the power brick. That's the more specific, accurate term. We have our short, but it's not in this end. It's in here. In here, there's a short circuit. Well, there we go. There's a short circuit in the bloody socket end of it, the plug end. Never come across that before. Anyway, I've got to keep this bit, salvage this little end here, and redo this and re-terminate and just change this end. Let's sort of save that, repair that power brick. That's a power brick that's been unbricked, but was bricked by a bad socket or plug. Bloody thing almost killed my 8650s. As I said, lucky I use the weakest ones for this test, for that reason. Hate the cold. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching. Follow up. I saved this bit, took the coil out of that, I can reuse that bit, the restraint relief. I've cut the end off and the plug's not shorted. It's inside this wire itself. There's a short somewhere inside this cable itself. Unbelievable. China, they got scammed again. Bloody China. Taking over the world with their bloody scams. So I find the cord for that, even if another bloody power brick or this USB one. I'm tempted to use this one because I use this off a 5-volt power supply anyway. I don't really need this one. I can make another one if I need to. I'll find one anyway. Anyway, at least I saved this device and found no problem. But anyway, anyone ever comes across, just be aware. If your power brick doesn't start up and you checked all your components, it still hasn't started up, try moving the lead and check for shorts in here. I've just never come across that before. There you go, just a heads up. Anyway, thanks for watching.